One. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of Nikki B and Friends. What up, friends?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Nothing much, nothing much. So, everybody, we've been away for a while. We've had a lot going on, and we just have unstable people in our life who have been participating in the program as well and can't get consistent. You know, people don't take stuff serious these days. They act like they want to be serious and then they don't. So
Until
that's
it's time.
exactly. So, what's going on with you, Shan?
Child, the ghetto. They done closed school. I done renewed my teaching certificate, so I'm a math teacher. I'm a math teacher, social studies teacher. I done taught the 8th grade, the 3rd grade. Man, this was a setup. My kids really are bad.
That's they staying on when they on you got a little board up, they staying on red and moving to yellow and all of that stuff.
Nah, I gets down. I hang the strap on the wall.
Ooh, all
Parents
right.
trying to know who got the bad kids now.
And what teachers go through in real life.
Mhm.
Not an easy job. Not an easy job. So you hear him coming in talking, and I just have to say thank you to, we are calling him E for the evening, who jumped on because we had somebody else who was supposed to record with us. And even though it's a don't go nowhere order out, the person was out and forgot about, oh, that's today. And we were able to call E, and he jumped right on with us. Welcome to the program, E.
Welcome, welcome,
Thank you.
E.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So what's been going on with you? How you been holding up during this?
I
Oh,
will just say cabin fever is real. The walls are closing in, so I'm trying to keep my sanity. Man. So
yeah.
I thought I wanted work from home, but I don't think I want work from home.
Right.
See, I enjoy working from home. I always have. I think that you get more out of people a lot of times when they work from home. Um, but it is a little different. So, um, but I really just been taking it easy. And this year, my son graduate from high school, so they're doing a virtual graduation.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Thank you.
congratulations. How you feel about that though? Not being able to actually go to the gymnasium or the auditorium and like cheer with other parents and stuff like that. Like, do it take away from the experience?
I think it does. Like, I think it took away from the whole senior year experience. You know, senior
Mm,
year is your best year. You know what I mean? When there's so many
right.
activities that you do during your senior year and stuff like that. But he cool with it, so I'm cool with it, and he graduating, so that's what's important.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So,
know that's all that was important to me. I didn't need all the graduation hoopla. Just give me my diploma and let me go.
No, I wanted it. I wanted the pomp and
No,
circumstance. I needed that.
no, I didn't even want to go to my graduation. Like I did not want to go to
Who
my
just
graduation.
doesn't want to go to their graduation?
I don't want to see these people any longer than I have to see them. Just give me my diploma and let me skate. I'm out.
so you want one of the people at the end staying around hugging and crying and all that? You was
No,
gone.
let's go. Let's go eat. Let's go eat. I'm ready.
Let's go.
And I feel
Yeah,
sorry for
that's
the kids whose last name is Thomas and Williams, and you got to sit through it. Oh no, come on. So,
Oh my God.
mm-mm.
yeah. My last name is with a T, but I was excited about graduation, so Cause that's your family, your family come from out of town, your grandparents be
Mhm.
there and all of that. So I was excited and then good gifts and all of that stuff. So yeah.
See, I had a baby my senior year. And when you have a baby while you're still in high school, so many people be talking so much junk. So, my parents was like, "Are you sure you're gonna graduate?" My aunts and uncles was like, "You need to make sure you do your homework. It's gonna be hard. And I was like, "Man, I got this. I got this." And when my mama, right up until the end, my mama was looking at me with the side eye until I brought my little letter home from the guidance counselor and my cap and gown. That's when she jumped on. She was like, "Okay, let's do this."
Oh, she really is gonna make something out of herself.
Yeah, right.
Mom,
She ain't
mom
just
said
gonna
she
be
raised a
somebody
champion
ghetto
after
baby
all.
mom.
Right. She was like,
Right.
she fast, but she gonna graduate.
It
Right.
was either that.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny. Did you walk across the stage and then when you walked down the stairs, they had your baby right there waiting on you?
No, so I
She
went
went
to
from a diploma
Parks.
to
If y'all don't know
Pampers.
what Parks is in Grand Rapids, it's a school for girls
Oh,
who
I
all the
know
girls,
you.
yeah. So they had our babies at the daycare at the school, and our ceremony was at the church down the street.
Hmm.
So it wasn't that far from the building, but
So the
I
girl
mean,
who
yeah.
had the
So.
babies out of wedlock, graduation was at the church.
Yes. Yes, we did. We know what y'all was into earlier this year and late last year.
Mm.
Know what y'all was
That's funny. Cute but funny.
I can't laugh. My mom's graduating when she was pregnant with my sister, so she got a diploma and a pack of Pampers at the same time. Here you go. Start your life.
Yo.
That's what
They
your
gave the,
parents
they
told
gave,
you
Start your
about
they
you.
life.
gave the baby a high school. They gave the baby a high school diploma. They both got diplomas. Here.
Wow.
That's how it be though. Once them babies come, everybody be like,
Yeah.
yeah, here go your gift, and you be excited, and then you open it up, you be like, oh, a
Mm-hmm.
bouncy chair.
It's for
A
the
Thank you.
bouncy chair.
So,
mm-hmm.
all right. So, um, so today's episode, we're gonna move on into it. And today's episode, I got from, and I don't know if you guys watch it, but I got it from Insecure. You guys watch Insecure?
Huge fan.
I am
I
too.
just jumped on the bandwagon, but I'm in. I'm in. I love the
I'm a
show.
huge fan. And
Did
I'm
you
also
start from the
Team Lawrence.
beginning?
So
Yep, I started from season 1 and worked my way all the way up to season 4. And when season 4 actually started, while I was at the end of season 3, so I was ready.
Okay.
I was
Yeah, well,
definitely
good. At
ready.
least you caught up. So, like, okay. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite shows too. So, Lawrence is
yes.
dating, dating somebody, and so, Issa, who's the star of the show and the creator and the writer, she made
Ooh,
a
that's my boy.
comment, and she says to her brother because she saw, him and his girlfriend or whatever were out, and she made a comment to her brother, like, I saw Lawrence and his girl, and he was like, how you feel about that? And she was like, I did feel some, she was honest enough, I feel some type of way because she getting a different Lawrence. She said they was at a restaurant and I'm sure he was paying. I didn't have that guy because like Lawrence was trying to get on his feet when she had him and all of that stuff. They dated 5 years. She the one who messed it up, but granted, it's like I know people who've been in that situation, and then I thought that that would just be a good topic to talk about, how you feel like you've held somebody down, and then they get to where they want to be, and then they end up with somebody else, and then you like, man, I invested all that time, and like somebody else reaping the benefits of that.
Yeah.
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 So what you guys think about that? Or know a situation or example?
Ooh.
It's frustrating. It's super frustrating. It's like, all the things that maybe I tried to speak life into you. I tried to be patient with you. I've tried to be supportive of you. I've even, tried to open your mind up to different things, try to help you expand your horizons. And then you get with this bitch and now you ready to. So, yes, I can see how she could be pissed about that.
Right, and that was her thing. She was like, and she did make the statement about having a lot of patience with him, because she
Mm-hmm.
was patient and she was encouraging. I mean, you could get the job and all of that stuff, and then to
Even when
see
he
him,
started working at like Best Buy, she was with it. Like, it's cool, whatever. As long as you're working.
hmm yeah,
Yeah, that kind of hit home for me. So after I watched that episode, it made me
okay,
reflect. I was in a relationship before my current one, and I'll admit I was a dog. I didn't. I was a cheater. I did everything I wasn't supposed to do. And so just recently, maybe a few weeks ago, I told my ex that I was engaged. And maybe it was probably a week before this episode actually aired.
hmm
And then when my ex gave me her response, like at first she was
and she
very
slapped
distraught.
you.
Like she didn't slap me, but if a text message could hurt you, yeah, she would have
Yeah,
slapped me.
and if you
But
just
And she
told
gave
her
it
a
to you
couple
like,
of weeks, right? And if you just told her a couple of weeks ago, if she's smart, she kind of wait until it die down. So like then she not in the running. She probably gonna come and scratch your car up.
probably,
or bust your windows out
probably,
the car.
probably.
Go get Jasmine Sullivan.
Um,
Okay, so go
and
ahead,
we're
go ahead.
cool. Like there's no beef. We're cool. I mean, I guess we're cool. But it made me think, like, I not wasted, but I was in a relationship with this young lady for X amount of years. I didn't do what she thought I should have did as a boyfriend. I stepped out. I did this and I did that. Now, I think we've been broken up 3-4 years now, something like that. Anyway, now I'm engaged to somebody. Like I'm working on my credit score. I'm learning how to cook better. I'm faithful. I'm doing all those things, and I was like, damn, is that how Issa feel? Like,
That is
and how is this
exactly how
life
Issa.
though?
Yeah, that is exactly how Issa feel. It's
But it's
just like
life.
that. And I think that people like grow up apart definitely, but that still would sting. Like nothing frustrates me. Matter of fact, here's a prime example. Um, and it's a really old story, but I just saw that they're remaking the Betty Broderick movie. And Betty
What?
Broderick, right, right. Betty Broderick worked, helped her husband through law school, ran his firm until it got really big. Then he
Raise their
right,
kids.
yep. Then he divorced her
So I'm gonna have
for
to
a
do some
younger
research.
version of her, and she ended up killing him and her.
Didn't the woman work for him too? Like when
Yep,
she is like, oh,
yep. But I personally know somebody who stood by somebody, and they were working and maintaining most of the bills. The other person, it was like they was just doing what they could because they only worked part-time or whatever. Um and med school. And then it's like they got out and then met somebody, and it's just like, come on. But I do think, and then I gonna go into, this is the next question out of that. I think that a lot of times this is why there are some people who stay in relationships longer, because they look at it
longer than
like,
they.
I don't want nobody else to reap the benefits of mine. It's kind of like that Beyonce song about she gonna get everything I own if I let him go. So I'm gonna hold on to
Yeah.
it. Nobody else gonna get what I then made. and they'll stay into a relationship longer than they need to because they thinking somebody else about to reap their benefits.
But I think it's also, you have to give, a famous quote is, you have to give time. So you're not going, sometimes you have to give a person time to grow. They're not going to be that perfect mate you want right out the gate. And I think that was the problem with my past relationship. I wasn't who she wanted me to be right then and there. But as I got older and matured, experienced certain things, did certain things, then I became that person. But then I had to grow up.
Right. So the person really stood by you and all of that stuff. Did she break up with you
Yeah,
because you was cheating?
that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother
Okay, next week talking topic is, why did Eve and the original person? Because then I was curious because you shared the story. Like, did you break up with her or did she break up with you? That's what I was wondering. Because then that's the
so
other thing.
initially
Okay, go ahead.
so initially she did break up with me.
Mm-hmm.
But we tried to work it out, whatever. And I ended it because with us trying to work it out, she wouldn't let it go. She
Mm-hmm.
said she forgave me. She said that we were going to work on things X, Y, and Z. But any little thing I did, we would be driving, and anybody that knows me, Jagged Edge is my favorite R&B group. So we could be driving, and I could be singing Jagged Edge, and she'd just look. So was you singing Jagged Edge to that girl? And I'm like, wait, what? Like, wait, what? No. And I'm like, what
It's
girl?
supposed to be a pleasant afternoon.
We going to IHOP. Why are you talking about her? I don't want to be beefed out over French toast and bacon. We not. No. So yeah, I ended up breaking up.
And
Yeah,
see, that's one of the things that I always tell people though too is, um, like if you gonna say you forgive somebody, forgive them, but you should never be in your household making your household unhappy, arguing about somebody else. Like you just
true.
shouldn't even be bringing up that other person. Like if they
Well,
wasn't thinking about the person, you keep bringing up the person. Now
yeah.
they thinking about the person.
Now I'm thinking about the person, and I think you should have, if you're going through that situation, you have to have at least one just real open and honest conversation.
Hmm.
Get
Is that
all
who
your
you with
questions
now?
out. Uh, what's the next topic? No, that's not who I'm with
Okay,
though.
good. That would
No,
hurt even more if you ended up with
she
the
she.
person.
Ooh, what it? Yeah, that would.
That would hurt even more if it was if
Mm,
it was somebody you messed around with. That's
yeah, that.
Shan, you making all these facial expressions.
Mighty,
What?
cause she know all the
What you
Oh,
stories.
saying now? Okay.
we're gonna let that go. I feel like I talk about him too much anyway on the show. So
Well, it's a relationship show, and that's who you had the longest relationship with. He was somebody he
yeah,
cheated with.
he married her.
No,
I didn't know that she was the side chick first. Oh wow.
He married her. They just
Interesting.
celebrated their first year anniversary a couple days ago. But they married. But he and I are in a better place. So I
Right,
always tell people
you guys are in a
we
very
good.
good
But yeah,
place.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes it still sting. Like you really you cheated on me with her while we was in the process of getting ready to get married. You call the wedding off. I'm not about to do this with you, so I leave. And then you marry your side. Go ahead, boy. You got it.
So then
You
I just
got
have
it.
one question. Do you and her ever have conversations?
No.
Okay, I didn't.
We don't
Okay,
have anything to talk about.
you know what? The only reason why I asked that question is because so often when that situation happens, it's really funny to me how the the side chick, once she becomes the main chick per se, or wife or fiance, she wants respect that she wasn't given. You know what I mean? It's like you didn't
I
give that
think
respect.
I think she does kind of
Absolutely.
like. I think she does kind of like feel that way. I'm not for certain. I know we recently had a thing where he came down here. I was on my way to Miami for work, and he was coming down here to stay with the kids. And I think she felt some way about that. But my thing now is like, this ain't about, you feel that way because you insecure about what happened before all this. You get what I'm saying? You think
Right.
that this might turn around and bite you in the butt, but I know who he is. And I tried to tell you that, but that ain't what's happening here. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, that
But I
karma is a
also
bee, though. Yeah.
right, and
it
it'll play with your
is.
head sometime more than the action do. Just the thought of it coming back. You know what I mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
why would you be with
Mm-hmm.
somebody that you think still wants somebody else? What
True.
what did you prove? And I was about to say, and I think a lot of times what comes with those, like even even with Issa and Lawrence and her comment, um, I've seen people who have been in relationships and felt like they didn't get the respect and all of that stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
just like E just said, now he's a different person, so now who he's with is getting a different person, but I'm pretty sure that the person that he's with has let him know and demanded. I think that sometimes people let you know, you gonna respect
I'm
me.
not doing it.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
not about to have this. And other people
That's
don't.
true.
And right. I've said
Yeah.
before, I know somebody who was married, got a divorce, and now he's he didn't treat her that well, treating, his wife like a queen, and she really has a problem with that. And I had to be honest with her because I seen it. You didn't demand respect in your marriage. You can't be mad for him now for respecting his marriage and doing what he should have done by you. You didn't demand respect. This lady probably let him know. Yeah, I may have cheated with you, but your behind gonna respect me now. And he is.
Mm-hmm.
And different people bring out different things in you as well.
Different things. But you know what?
True.
I feel like everybody deserves to be happy, right? And I feel like even if it wasn't for us, maybe it's for you and her. Now, the way it played out probably was real nasty, but you deserve happiness. Maybe we just weren't meant to be together. And I'm okay with
I was
that. You
going
know
to
what
ask
I
you that.
mean? You got to be happy one way or another. You said what?
I was going to ask you that, like, if you felt that it made you and his bond a little stronger. Do you think it'd have been the same way if y'all got married?
I think if me and him actually got married, it would have been a mess. I think now
Yeah.
that we have refocused our attention to the kids and only the kids, we've been able to get along a whole lot better. And I think because we are not fighting anymore, maybe that's what make her a little insecure, because as long as she's known the two of us, it's always been some drama. But now that we're
Mm-hmm.
drama free and we're just co-parenting very, very well, she probably, you know what I mean? Probably like, when you go down to North Carolina, do you be, because y'all a
There's
little
some
too
people
buddy
who
buddy.
right. It's some people who thrive on drama. So if they don't
Mm-hmm.
have it, then they figure that there's a problem there, or why y'all so cool, or you got to be sneaking around with her, or. And then one of the things that I hate is somebody always thinking that, and they mostly put it on the female, that she still want the guy. Just because we cool or something like that don't mean that I want them. We just trying to get along. You
Right.
know what I mean? I don't want
So
him
I
at
can raise
all.
my kids.
Right. Or
Right.
if you dare make a bad statement, especially like in times, when it's not the best of times, when you arguing or something, it got to be because she still want him. No, it's because he didn't do like he said he was gonna do. He lied. So that's what we
Mm-hmm.
arguing
Right.
about. So E,
Yeah.
how did you feel when you went back, when you talked to your ex and told her that? Was that hard for you to go?
That
Was that hard to do?
no, it wasn't hard. Like I said, we're friends, so it wasn't hard to tell her. Um, I just knew me telling her because she's in a bad space right now. It's a lot going on in her life, so I knew me telling her that
So you got her when she was
was gonna.
down?
I didn't know she was down.
You
I
kicked her
didn't
while
know
she
she
was
was
already
down.
going through.
I didn't know she
Oh,
was
and by the way, I'm
because she
getting
was.
married, bitch.
Oh, by the way,
Right.
hey, getting married. The guy that cheated on
Oh
me
my
and did
God, and
all.
she ain't never wanted to jump off a building.
Right,
Listen, oh,
exactly. I bet
Shannon,
you
you joking,
her
but
Janice her journal so filled.
I do believe y'all laughing, but I did say that though. I was like, she gonna probably take a long walk off a short cliff soon. Like she,
Or
because
come and
like I
do
said, it's a
something to
lot going
you.
on. Don't wait, hold on.
That's her.
I'm gonna have to pray real quick. God, please.
You just looked out the window and she was across the street.
This is like, please get away from the car.
Right.
I ain't
Right.
got deductible money right now. Don't. I had to get the high deductible to get the low rate. Please don't touch the car.
We
But no, when I
laughing, but
told her,
really, that's not a game. Go ahead. Go ahead, E. I don't
no,
know you.
it's not. And honestly, because when I did tell her, like I said, she's going through stuff in her life. And when I told her, her immediate reaction, it just let me know, like, the things I'm going through in life. And this guy, he cheated on me. He did this, he did that. And now he's happy and he's engaged and he's going to get married, all the stuff that she wants. And it's like,
Is she with somebody?
no, at
Uh,
least not to my knowledge. I didn't ask. So,
why you had to tell her?
I mean, we was being friends. We was talking. She asked me what was new. I try not to lie. This is going to
This is the
benefit me.
time you choose not to lie. You didn't lie all them other years. Now you choosing to be honest.
Talk about something. It wasn't me.
Listen, we
Thinking
all
them
got to turn
tag it
that leaf
in
sometime.
song.
We all got to turn that leaf. Hey.
So how long have you guys been broke up though?
It has been, if you ask me, I would say 2015, 2014. And I think if you ask her, 2016.
So you was still
I don't
sleeping
know.
with her for a
I want to
year.
say it was 2016. Nah, probably about 2015.
I think
I think it
2015
was
we
about
like
20.
officially just stopped everything, like everything.
Okay. Which one of
So
y'all need to put an alarm in y'all fire alarm?
probably Shannon.
Yeah, I was thinking
Probably
the
me.
same thing. Yeah. Well, do that. You got the kids running in the background. That's all old girl need. See how trifling
She can't even. She's not even gonna fix the smoke detector. See,
And
you
that's
fix it.
why her house got catch on fire because
Right. Got them kids running around up in there. She could go to the dollar store and get a thing. And as much money as we sending up there, she should be
girl,
Oh yeah,
able
it's
to.
always
I
we.
was like her.
Oh, it's always we. As much
Right.
money
It's
as
we.
we.
You notice I said
Right,
that.
ain't it?
What we doing? Cause we won.
Mm,
hmm
mm, mm.
So,
Girl.
I'm trying to think of. So, anybody else know a situation like that?
Nah.
Yeah. But I think you're right. I think some people just, some people just outgrow. Like, could
Mm-hmm.
you see yourself E, being with your
Mm-hmm.
ex?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. And I think we did outgrow each other. She's cool as a friend, and I like our relationship now, but us like
Mm-hmm.
actually being together, no.
I don't know why. I just got this funny feeling like E's gonna be like a Lifetime movie.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
I have one thing I have
Because
is
he seemed
stories. So
more like the girl going through something, then he laid this on her, but she seemed distraught, but she gonna be okay. Cause you know he keep hollering out we friends. I don't think y'all cool like you think y'all.
well, when I say we friends, when I
Right.
say we're very more cordial than we were in the past. Like we hung out, like this past summer, we hung out, we kicked it, stuff like that. So we'll text and call each other. But
With your new
when we
girl with
first
you?
broke up, mhm,
Oh, so she knows her, met her, and all of that stuff.
they have not met. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so no, they wasn't all hanging out. Do she know? Yeah, she know what she looked like because she probably done stalked on social media. Do she look better than her?
Probably.
Let me see. You about to probably get upset. I got to let this cat out the bag real quick. Listen. So E's fiance is a beautiful. I mean, she's beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This heifer gonna have the nerve to look at this heifer. I
So
don't know. I
I'll,
don't know if she
I'll tell
looked
the story.
her up or how it went.
So what happened was, me and my ex, I went to a bar for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And so the night
In
before I
in
had drunk,
2016, this is why she think y'all was still together.
this was no, because
2016.
no, me and my fiance got together in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So it had to be around like then, maybe early 2018. But
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
I had been drinking the night before, so I got drunk. So the next
Okay.
morning, I get ready, we have lunch. I'm hungover, so I'm trying to eat the greasiest food I can find. I'm listening to her, but I'm not really paying attention. So I
Okay.
tell her, hey, I met somebody, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And so she asked to see a picture of her. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go on my phone, I find a picture of her, and I let her see her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, that women give you. Uh,
Like,
mm.
Right. This is she. Oh, this it. Okay.
So I'm
this
like,
her.
again, I'm drunk, I'm recovering, but that caught my attention. Out of everything she just said, what's that supposed to be? The first thing out her mouth was, "Oh, I look better than her." In my mind, like there was no comparison at all. Like I think you're attractive, I think she's attractive. I never once
That's what
compared
you
the two.
responded with?
I just thought, I said, you know what? I never compared the two of them.
Okay.
What hurt my feelings though was after we left. I said, wait a minute, she gonna go back and tell her friends. She about to go back into. She can't wait to get in the car and tell her friends. I just saw his girlfriend and I look better than her. And so I was
Mm.
talking to
You
Shannon on
know
the
they always
phone
want to
because
do
I
that.
had
He
no idea.
downgraded type stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a
And Shannon
downgrade,
had said,
girl.
and I'm like, Shannon, did I send the wrong picture? Did I what did I do wrong?
No, because when you look at his fiance, you'll be like, oh my gosh, she is so pretty. Any picture of her, I just feel like it's like, oh, she's real cute. I'm not sure where I think she was just really trying to be petty. I really think.
So
Because if you ask me, his ex-girlfriend not that cute.
okay. So it's kind of like if y'all watch, since we talking shows, it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore
Auntie
going on
Rossman.
and on about the cookie lady. She's so pretty.
She
And
is beautiful.
right, beautiful. Oh my! When I tell you she is beautiful, she is beautiful. She better than her. And like this lady don't have nothing on Tanya. Tanya looks 10 times better than that lady.
Tanya is really pretty, but yeah, no,
Very
in
pretty.
real life, E's fiance is really pretty. She's a real pretty girl.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why women can't get props now, but I don't know if I necessarily will be out and hanging. I guess I don't be wanting to be bothered with no ex either though. But let me see a picture. What you want to see a picture for? Go ahead and do what everybody else doing
Right.
Yeah.
and stop my social media so you can see her on there. Don't come asking me.
She probably already have quiet as.
I'm never gonna ask a woman to let me see another man. I don't care what he looks like. I never want to see another man.
Let me see him. What he on? Let me see what he on.
What do he look like? No.
He ain't harder than me though.
All right. Oh, he ain't buffed.
Right.
What I
People
gotta
are
tell
so
my
petty.
I can't go back and tell my boys, man, she downgraded, man. No, it don't work like that.
Yeah, I don't think men be wanting to see pictures. I think the thing that get men
I
be,
don't think they care
yeah, you know what
to
they
sit up.
do
Now
care
you got
about.
some that will sit up and gossip about it, but
Right.
some men really don't care that much.
Yeah, the thing that they do care about is money. If that other dude making a lot more money than him, now that's where he got a
Well,
problem.
that's going to be the
Right.
problem. Yeah.
If they making more money and driving nice and living, that's the stuff that they be worried about, And now all of a
To a
sudden,
certain degree, I would say to a certain degree, we care about that
Mm-hmm.
because he can have a 6-figure job, he can drive a caddy, dress nice, whatever. But if I can get that loving every now and then, I don't care what he got.
If he still can get in where he fit in, then who cares what he's driving?
Yeah, I don't care what he's driving. That's
Well,
not
no,
gonna hurt
I
me.
ain't talking about no still dipping out. I mean, this girl faithful, like that's her upgrade. You know what I mean? Because we talking about it one way, like guys only do this, but it happens the opposite ways as well. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys who will let a lady stay at home, take care of her. Good. He lose his job, and she go on to the next person who could take care of her.
Mm-hmm.
She was cooking and cleaning before. Then soon as she wake up and he ain't getting up to go to work, oh lazy ass, and then she disgusted that he's still laying down when he would normally be at work. She'll go to that gym and find somebody so quick.
Real quick. Real quick.
Oh, he better not be playing no PlayStation. Then he really
playing PlayStation, eating Lunchables and shit. But no, you're right though. If her man, if the guy she's in a committed relationship with, if she leaves me and gets with the guy with the nice everything, I might from a distance. I'm a hate for a little bit from a distance. I would never let her see it, but yeah, I'm a hate from a distance.
Right, it don't be nothing about looks. It be about that how good he could take care of her versus, I think for guys, what they could do. I think that's the difference with the guy, the guy and the girl, the men and the women. I would say that's the difference. Yeah. Shan, did your ex ever ask you about your personal life?
No, but guys that I have dated do be kind of like on some jealous stuff. Like if they know that he's coming, to visit my kids, or like when he come into town, he'll come that day, late at night, and then the next morning he'll leave out with the kids. So recently when he came to get the kids, the dude that I was kind of talking to was like, oh, so your baby daddy is at your house? I'm like, yeah, he having dinner with me and the kids or whatever. And then he's going to take them to the hotel. They're going to leave out in the morning. And he was like, "Oh, he could just be around your house like that."
What you say?
Yeah.
I don't think I have to explain this to you.
Right. We on that
We
Will and
have kids
Jada
together. Like,
Pickett Smith.
yes.
Right. You know what?
I'm
Because I think it's so common for the drama that people expect the drama. They don't even understand when you can get along and do that, or they
hmm
just so caught up in that that's who they want to be with. Some people just really have it in the back of their mind that, like, people who have kids together, they always can sleep together. Stupid stuff like that, because maybe that's the relationship that they found themselves in. They find it hard to believe that you guys can get along and
Homeboy
all
told
of that
me
stuff.
like, "Oh, have fun with your family," and this is why I don't date girls with kids because they still be on their baby. I just really, I even and this might be bold, but I even show my baby daddy like, when you come to town, you bring the heat because everybody be mad. Like I show him like, you see that? And he was like, "Tell old dude to come through if that's how he feeling, I'm just here to get my kids. I'm like, man, I ain't getting ready to entertain this. The sloppy joes is ready, my G. Like,
Right.
Daddy about to do that mess if you don't go. And my kids' daddy gonna be around. I have 2 kids. You know
Young
what I'm saying?
kids.
So young kids. So if this how you gonna act every time, like, that mean I can't never take you home with me, because when I go home, I go visit his mom. I go visit his dad. They all live in the same. You know what I mean? Like, you just basically let me know that this ain't gonna go no further than what it is right now. You can't handle me having kids with another man. So I'm
I know
straight.
that
Thank you.
the people, like I said, people don't understand that people can get along and make it work, because sometimes when you done, you just done. So, for um my for my oldest son, when he me and his dad were no longer together, we still wanted to make sure that we always got along, and we actually were both in relationships, with different people, and both of them really had an attitude, because, like, Christmas, we would both stay the night at his parents to all wake up. That had been something we had did for years, and
Mm.
they really had a problem with that. And it was like, that's y'all problem, because we doing this for our son, and if y'all can't, and they had kids, so just because you arguing and y'all can't get along, we get along.
That
And
ain't
our
got nothing to
son,
do with us.
right, our son come first, and this is what we do. And so both of us have had hard problems with significant others, um, with us, them being able to accept different things that, that we did. We
Right.
grew up together, we grew up together, you know what I mean? And his
Mm-hmm.
mama is my mama, you know what I mean? And all of that stuff. And his dad and stepdad, I'm close to, was close with them. And, you know, so, like, you just don't turn that off. And why, our baby is little. It ain't like he 18 and we talking about, yeah, we all staying the night.
Right.
No, he a little bitty
Mm-hmm.
boy who want to wake up. We won't. This what we do. And we just
Mm-hmm.
continue to do it. Either you accept it or you don't. And then those are the things that you kind of have to lay down. Like, either you accept these things or you don't. But I think
And I
we
just
both.
want to know, like, what do people? Because when you meet a person, I imagine, like, I always tell people, I have children, and their father lives somewhere else. But you got to know, like, when you get with a person, what are you expecting, really? You know what I mean? Like, I have kids. I got a kid. Like,
Yeah, but again, like, going back a little bit about, having somebody and then them being able to do different things and then you being so jealous. I think that sometimes that jealousy will end up coming off and playing into you guys raising kids. Because anytime you so jealous that you talking about some your wife can't come, now he got to choose, do I go to my daughter's birthday party because my wife can't come, and me myself, I personally will probably be like, you know what? I ain't thinking about it. Go ahead. That's your daughter's birthday. Go ahead. But it's a lot of women, and he may, even if I say go ahead, may be like, if my wife, because I know my brother-in-laws, I know they will both be, if my wife can't come, I ain't coming. But both of my sisters got blessed enough to have guys that didn't have kids. But it's just funny that mothers try to put and most of the time it's the mothers who think that they just control every little thing that a guy can do with his kids. So I'm glad that you and your ex get along well enough for him to stay the night.
You know what? No, but when you take your own feelings out of it, when I decided to take my own association and feelings and situation out of it and just let it be that me, you, and them, and that's our only focus, that's when stuff got better. I had to really bring my feelings about the whole equation. And when I made the decision to do that, and when I said to myself, like, I'm going to take control of this. We're not going to have baby mama drama, baby daddy drama. We're going to get along. We're going to show people that, probably y'all got to see us act a fool for a little bit, but we know better. We know better than that. Mm-hmm. And we're going to raise our kids. And I want my kids to see, like, my parents were a team, even when they weren't together. So
right. That's important. So going back, keep staying on topic. And so let's talk about it the opposite way. Is it funny when you've been with somebody and then they be doing bad? And you be like, oh, I'm glad I didn't end up with that fool.
Like, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh,
go ahead, E.
Yes, that's all I can say. I don't have a testimony to it. It's yes. You just got to do a worship dance or something. Thank you, God. But no.
Yeah, because you can end up with some crazy ones at the door, or I don't know if I necessarily, you know how some people will celebrate. Now, I don't necessarily celebrate, but you know how like somebody will be on and then fall off, but they were so cocky that you like, they kind of needed to fall off just to get
a dose of reality.
Nobody's downfall.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
No, you can't celebrate nobody because it can easily be you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So no, I don't celebrate a person's downfall.
But it's just like sometimes you'll see, the guy who had 4 cars walking.
Right.
Used to have all the girls, now he don't have none.
Right. What a shame. What a shame.
Oh, damn, homie.
You're right.
High school, you was the man.
Homie. Not even cocky no more. Used to then speak. Now soon they see you. What up, Nick? Who are you again?
Right.
You don't even look like yourself. You don't even look like yourself. You need me to donate for you to get a haircut? Like, clean yourself up, buddy.
I just got out my barber's chair.
Right.
You need anything? Ain't nothing worse than when they hit you with the head lean. You need anything?
Because you feel like a complete charity case.
Back in their mama basement. Stop talking so loud down there. That's your mama?
Don't keep running in and out my house.
That's messed up.
All right.
30 years old with a curfew.
Uh-huh.
Heck yeah.
And that's when he be just praying that he find another good job and meet a girl with a car that he could use. Yeah, can I
I
drop
got an
you
ex
at
right
work
now.
today?
I'm still Facebook friends with his sister and mama and aunts and stuff. And so he got me blocked on Facebook. But you know, like you could tell something's going on by how they family members react, and they'll all be talking about it. So I guess like the little chick he was dating, I don't know if they got into it and she put him out, but apparently he back at home with his mama. And so you know, like it just be like somebody got on there and was commenting like, yeah, I told him to stop putting all his business on Facebook and stuff. And then you see like little posts where she be like, oh, my brother hooked this up, my brother hooked that up, and she stay at home. Like, oh, okay, so we see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Jody, my Jody.
My baby
I
a
stole
mama's
my
boy.
car,
He ain't never gonna
Jody.
leave his
Right. Jody, my Jody. Just be on time to pick me up. Oh, cause that's my pet peeve is some girl waiting for somebody to pick them up. You don't never see a guy waiting on his girlfriend to pick him up from work.
No.
I know I haven't, but it's always
No,
some
I've
girl.
never been there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, dude to borrow a car and he'll plan it with his boy. Park your car out here and just lay in the back seat.
Dang.
And I'm gonna get in, and drive off. I don't want nobody to know I ain't got no car. That's how they be getting people. Then the next thing you know, he done asked you out, and then, hey, you mind driving?
Like, so how we gonna do this thing? We gonna meet there, or you gonna come pick me up?
Yeah,
Like
that's it.
SMH.
what? They end up at the restaurant 2 hours early because they had the Uber. Oh, shoot.
Oh, that is hilarious. So
You like, how long you been here? Oh, I just got here.
Oh, I just
I want
got
to make
here.
sure we got a good day.
right. Waitress, you need another appetizer, or is this who you was waiting on?
You know she loud.
Right. So we got a few more minutes. Look like we got about 10 more minutes. So what else you guys want to add to the topic?
Do y'all think that
Why are you screaming?
Issa is jealous of Condola and Lauren's
I have another
relationship?
theory though.
Okay,
What?
so wait, I want to hear his before I say mine. Go ahead.
So I don't think that Issa is well, yes, she's probably jealous of it from what we talked about earlier because of, all the time wasted. But I think Issa and Molly are jealous of each other. That's what I think.
You know what? I'm
I
trying
would
to
agree.
You know what? I'm not picking that up, and maybe I'll start paying more attention to that. But I have been trying to figure out what is going on with their relationship. Um, girlfriend relationships can be more difficult sometimes than guy relationship. I think when
Yeah.
somebody know you so well and know so much of your business, then they start taking them little digs like they doing at each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what it is that Molly she's an accomplished black woman. She has to do so much to stay this accomplished black woman. So she's jealous of Issa, who isn't, I don't want to say doing as well, but who gets to kind of
Yeah,
just breeze through life.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And Molly isn't afforded that luxury. But then I think Issa is jealous because Molly has what Issa wants.
Right.
So I think they're kind of just jealous of each other's situation.
That's a good way to look at it. 'Cause
That's what I picked up.
I've been trying to figure out. I've been waiting on them to have this talk that they've been supposedly having, for
Mm-hmm.
a couple of weeks. So I've been waiting on them to have a talk to figure out what's going on.
I think Issa canceling on Molly like that probably added fuel to the fire too.
Yeah, when she was supposed to go get the pie, it was like, why?
Oh, for that Thanksgiving.
It's like, why is she go get
Yeah,
the
she
pie?
canceled on her.
That's
Yeah.
a tradition. Cause to me,
Mm-hmm.
if we just said we was gonna have the conversation, this is something we do every year. You could tell Molly really was like, you coming for the pie, right? Yeah, I'm coming for the
She
pie.
even
So
told
you
her
could tell,
mama, like, make the crust extra crispy or something for Issa or
right,
whatever.
right. So you could tell this is a tradition of theirs. So after they just say we something going on with us, we need to talk. To me, that was a slap in the face to Molly to say it really isn't that important. But then this week you want to call me and ask me to ask my boyfriend to help get you an
Oh
opening act.
yeah, about yeah.
And I agree with Molly. Even if our friendship wasn't rocky, I probably wouldn't have asked my mate to do something like that.
Not nobody I
Because
was with.
that could put a strain on your relationship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That could put a strain
Not
on your
nobody I was
relationship.
with for that short of time, because she hasn't been with him a long time. Now, if
Yeah.
they had been together for years and he had got to know Issa and all of that, then maybe. But I don't think so. Do
Mm-hmm.
you guys think that Lawrence and what's her name? Whatever her name is,
Condola.
Codella? Yeah. Do you guys
Mm-hmm.
think
Condola.
that her and Lawrence
Condola.
broke up after that
Mm-hmm.
after that last conversation?
Ooh.
I think so. I think that's
No,
what he
I
was gonna
think
tell her when they went
I don't
outside.
think they broke up.
I think they
You
do.
don't
They
see.
have.
I think what he
I
was going to
think
tell
that
her was
I.
that he blocked her number.
Why you think that?
I don't know, because I don't know. Maybe because I think them breaking up is just too obvious. So I think because she was saying how she tried to text her and tried to reach her and stuff like that, but she wasn't getting her. So I was like, maybe
Right.
Lawrence blocked Issa's number on Condola's phone.
Oh, you mean Condola
Oh.
blocked Issa? That is something to think about.
Yeah.
Wait a minute though. Didn't she text her and tell her that Schoolboy Q wasn't gonna be able to do the concert?
No, I think that was somebody else.
How did she find that out? Huh?
She got a call.
She got a call.
She had got a call from somebody.
Yeah, she
And they told
hasn't
her the
heard
headline
from
and her
her
dropped
since
out.
her and Lawrence. But I do think that the girl,
Correct.
what y'all say her name is? Condola?
Condola.
Whatever. I do think that she, right, I don't even care. I do think that she did give Lawrence something to think about, because by the expression on his face when she said to him, would you still be with her if she hadn't cheated? It was like he had never really thought about
Thought
that
about
before.
that, yeah.
So I think she definitely gave him something to think about. Now, I don't think that him and Issa will get back together as much as I would want them to. I don't
Me
think that they
too.
will, because they know that that's what the audience wants. So they got to draw it out and not let them get back together, because that's what everybody wants. Because they never give you what you want.
Right.
But
I know they're gonna sleep together again. I do think that.
Gave him some. You think so?
Yep. They wouldn't be them if they didn't. I mean,
Yeah,
every episode they get it in. I mean, every season they get it in since the breakup.
I don't know if you should be saying that after we done talked about
I don't think they
him
stuck
staying
together
the night when he
since.
come and get the kids and all of that stuff. And so other
You
people
know what, Nick?
you didn't already talk about he be coming and getting the kids and staying the night, but now you saying it all nonchalantly, like, well, they are going to
he come and get the kids and stay at a hotel and he have dinner with us.
No, you
Get it
didn't.
I'm glad
right.
you
Get
said
it
it and not me,
right.
because I did hear what she said.
Thank you, didn't she?
I was
And she
gonna,
said it
I was
real
gonna
like,
let her get away with it.
yeah, like yeah, y'all know that's gonna happen because that's just what happened. At least once a year. Oh, okay then.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd
What
like
you
you to
trying to tell
skip
us?
over this entire conversation right here. This entire part.
You just
Oh,
casually said it like we didn't hear you though.
exactly. She said it so
Whatever.
nonchalant, like we didn't know, like we didn't catch on to that. Like you don't
Mm-hmm.
feel
Y'all
like
heard what y'all wanted to
right.
hear
Yeah.
anyway.
So since I heard that, I'll tell you what else I heard. And so what? I don't even care if I do it. She did it to me. But anyway, we'll keep it moving.
What?
Ooh, Shannon said an eye for an eye.
Whatever.
That's
Yeah, I heard all of
Check
that. I
and
heard
check
all of that
mate.
in that tone. But yeah, yeah. You think you're doing something? Okay. Uh huh. Went to
yeah, I
Nah,
New
could do
World
it
while
better
that
too.
brother was getting his kids. You said what? What you
She
say,
said she
E?
could do it better. That's what I heard.
shut up,
She said
E.
she could do it better.
Yeah, then she, and once a year, like that once a year,
Y'all are so extra. I just want to
okay.
let y'all both know. Anyway.
Anyway, so all right.
Well, that's all we got for this week.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to say. I was gonna take you off the hook. So that's what we have for this week of Nikki B and Friends. I don't even know what episode we on. I said I was gonna go and look back at the thing. We on 50 something, but continue to listen to us. Wait, before I do all of that. So we wrapping up the show. I done got out of the habit already. We wrapping up the show. Everybody, so let's give our final remarks to the subject at hand and anything else that we wanted to have. Shan? No, we'll start with E. And E, thank you so much for jumping on with us and rocking out with
Yes,
us tonight.
E,
I
we
know
Oh,
we
no
really
problem. Thank
appreciate
you for
you. We've
having
had a
me
lot of
on
fun
here.
tonight with you. Appreciate
No
it.
problem. No
yeah, we
problem.
did. I enjoyed you.
Good,
So
good.
so your final
Uh,
comments?
Thank you so much. My final comments is just do right by the people that do right by you. That's all I got to say.
Says the dude who's
I'm
now
going to
engaged to
agree.
somebody else.
I
But
think
somebody held him
Hey,
down.
hey.
She gonna listen and say, "What did this Ian just say?" Okay, all right.
Woo!
Yeah.
Those are his final words. His final words is his, not mine. Shan, once a year, Shan.
Whatever.
Right.
I'm gonna agree with E. Do
When he
right by the people who do right by you. I mean, everybody deserves it. Everybody deserves to be happy. Relationships in any aspect are lessons learned. I feel like you never stop growing, and sometimes the growing pains are necessary. They make you who you are.
they are 100%. Yeah.
And I would say that let this be a life, you know, everybody learn, let everybody learn from something. So sometimes you shouldn't be putting your all into trying to be a professional girlfriend, doing all the things that a wife should do, and then be mad when he marries somebody else. Don't be a professional
Ain't
Mm,
girlfriend.
that the
mm,
truth?
mm.
Because they
That's right.
move on and get you a fiance and get their
I
stuff
Exactly.
together
agree.
after they done mistreated you.
Exactly.
And let them
Mm,
know up
mm,
front
mm.
what you want and expect. And then
Yeah.
stand
Preach.
by it. I can't stand nobody who, if you do this to me, then I'm going to do this. Then the date come. All right, I ain't going to do it. Well, shut up then. Now they know you.
Mm.
Now they know you just talking just to be talking. So don't be talking just to be
Right.
talking. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Sometimes you just got to shut
Right.
up.
Amen.
And everybody's not meant for everybody. And people do outgrow people. I think some people just
Sure
Right.
outgrow
do.
people. You could vibe really well when you're young. We all know women mature faster than men. And therefore, things happen. So, but to all of the happy couples, we happy for y'all. Right?
Amen.
Salute to all the happy couples
Amen.
out there.
Right. So
Yes.
we do plan on, we are officially back. We will be posting our shows every Monday. Again, you can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, any podcast, anywhere there's a podcast. You can find Nikki B and Friends, and it's NIKKI and Friends. Please join our Facebook following. I'll be starting back to put the questions on that Facebook. And on Instagram, it's Nikki NIKKIB underscore and underscore friends. And the same on Twitter. And I'm really not doing a lot with Twitter or Instagram, but I will. I'm about to start making them both active because we're about to try to take our show to the next level. We are still looking at, because we were talking to you guys, because a lot of times we get a lot of feedback about people wanting to ask us questions and get into the conversation. So we'll be coming up with a date to kind of kick that off within the next month or so, where you guys can get involved in our conversations as well. Listen to us as we're recording, and then call in and give your comment. So thanks everybody who has supported us from the beginning and continue to support. And again, a special thanks for E for jumping on the line at the last minute when we needed him. So I appreciate you. And Shan, please get a battery for that girl called Protective Services on you.
Please do.
And everybody be easy. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
See ya.